We ready? Okay. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Good evening. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Calumet Planning Commission, Monday, April 13th, 2026. It's now 6 o'clock. If you have any comments on anything on the agenda, the slips are over there on the side, and you're just going to those filled out and get one here to Yesa Benson, our secretary, and we'll call you up on the item that you want to be on. With that, we'll ask for the roll call.
Commissioner Brittingham.
Here.
Commissioner Enciso.
Here.
Commissioner Keith.
Here.
Vice Chair Newcomb is absent. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I don't know if you guys want to do a motion to approve, to excuse his absence.
Make a motion to excuse.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then me. Thank
Chair
you.
Barron.
I'm here.
Okay.
And with that, we have our staff is Community Development Director Kelly Lucia. We have her. We have our senior planner. I saw her son. There she is. She's hiding over there. Celine Sevilla. Thank you. And the Assistant City Attorney, Catherine Reed. Thank you. And then our Commission Secretary, which is Yesa Benson. And if you would all stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
I do not have any slips here for any public comment, so we don't have any email, text message or emails for public comment.
I've received none.
Okay, then we will bypass that, go to our approval of our action minutes from March 9th. Any changes, corrections, or get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, that brings us to our business item, extension of time 2601, vesting tentative track map number 38354.
Thank you, Chairman. Our Senior Planner, Celine Sevilla, will be handling this item this evening.
Good evening, Chair, members of the Commission. Thank you for being here this evening. Tonight, I will be presenting 2 items for your consideration. The first is an extension of time, and that is EXT 26-01. This is a request for a 12-month extension to tentative track map 38354 for the project known as Summerwind Commons Phase 2. Okay, so here I have the project location. As you can see, this project is located in the Summerwind Ranch Specific Plan Area, specifically Planning Area TC7C. It is adjacent to the Summerwind Commons Phase 1 project, which, as many of you know, is the retail shopping center that is currently undergoing development. Okay, so here we have the map. This map was originally approved by City Council back in April of 2024 and is set to expire in April of this year. The approval did allow for a 24.6 acre residential subdivision into 168 numbered lots and 6 lettered lots for single family development. Prior to the expiration, the applicant did submit a request for the 1-year extension, which will be the first of up to 6 possible discretionary extensions allowed pursuant to Calumet Municipal Code. The justification for the request is due to delays in sewer infrastructure, specifically a required lift station that will service the broader specific plan area that is delaying the project. Staff has reviewed the request and determined that no changes have occurred to the general plan or municipal code, and no significant physical changes have occurred to the site. Therefore, the project remains consistent with its original approval. With that, staff is making the recommendation that the Planning Commission adopt PC Resolution 2026-04, approving a 12-month extension through April 15, 2027 for tentative track map 38354. And that concludes item number 1. available for any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Louis? Yeah.
Let me process it.
Okay, Mike?
No, I'm good. I'm actually looking forward to it. We need the housing, especially in the high-density area. It'd be a great location for it, especially with the school, so, project.
I agree with Mike.
Agree? Okay. Back to you.
I guess just after that 1-year extension, if it's not completed by then it's just going to get extended additionally, or?
They'll have to come back in and request another extension of time, and that will come before you guys for your consideration.
Okay. There's like no certain timeline at the moment on when it's going to get resolved?
Well, if they don't complete development by April 15, 2027, they have 30 days prior to that expiration to submit an application to the planning department.
I think it's 4, yeah. And I think they have 4.
The municipal
how do
code
we know?
allows up to 6 discretionary extensions, so this is the first of 6. I would like to note that the state legislature often will grant automatic extensions for subdivision projects, specifically also when they are housing entitlements. The state is very supportive of housing projects, and so where the project has the ability to avail itself to up to, assuming this extension is approved, it would be 5 additional discretionary. That means you can say no. There is a possibility for statutory exemptions that are typically automatic in nature. The developer wouldn't have to submit an application or come to the city or take any action whatsoever. They would just, as long as they were qualifying, be able to avail themselves to any potential future statutory extensions as well.
Thank you.
All right, good. In that case, then I'll make the recommendation that the Planning Commission adopt PC Resolution 2026-04, approving extension of time 2601 for vesting tentative track map number 38354 for 1 year until April 15, 2027. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There's that one. Okay, this one is a public hearing. I'm going to open the public hearing. I did that right for once. And we'll give it to Kelly.
Thank you so much. So Development Plan Review 2404, this presentation and public hearing will also be presented by Celine Sevilla.
All right.
Thank you. Moving on to this item. So this is a public hearing for Development Plan Review 24-04 for the Tractor Supply located at 1060 Calamasa Boulevard. So this project site is located again 1060 Calamasa Boulevard, and it currently sits on a developed lot that is approximately 4 acres in size. Tractor Supply has been operating at this location since its development in 2016. So here we have a aerial of the surrounding land uses. As you can see, it is within our downtown business district and has a downtown village commercial zoning designation. And it does sit adjacent to our future city hall. There is commercial development around this site, and commercial retail is a permitted use in this zone, so the existing use is consistent with the general plan and zoning. So for some background, this project was originally developed and approved in 2015 under site plan approval DPR 15-03. That approval allowed for an 18,800 square foot building and designated outdoor displays areas for merchandise like fencing, feed, and storage items. The request tonight is for approval of Major Development Plan Review 2404 to modify the 2015 approval, which would allow the addition of a 1,800 square foot addition, 14 additional parking stalls, and adjustments to meet the updated parking requirements. Because the addition exceeds 10% of the existing floor area, this triggers the Major Development Plan Review requirement. Oh, and then also an interior remodel of the existing 18,800 square foot commercial building. Okay, so this slide shows the existing site plan. As you can see, it includes the building, the parking areas, and the designated outdoor merchandise display areas. And here we have the proposed site plan. So the main change is the addition, which is located within the existing fenced area, highlighted there in blue. So overall, you can see the site plan remains largely the same. Okay, so for design guidelines, the addition is designed to match and complement the existing building. It includes similar materials, matching colors, and has architectural features like red accent banding and metal roofing, which is consistent with the city's downtown design guidelines. The addition is also designed to remain smaller in scale to the main structure, matches the height of the existing walls, but stays below the primary architectural features, so the main building remains dominant. As for the environmental assessment, staff has determined that the project will not have potential impacts on the environment and is found to be categorically exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act pursuant to Section 15301, Class 1, Existing Facilities. With that, I would like to make the recommendation that the Planning Commission adopt PC Resolution 2026-05, approving Major Development Plan Review 24-04 for the proposed addition, subject to the conditions approval, and also find the project categorically exempt from CEQA pursuant to CEQA Guidelines 15301, Class 1. This does conclude my presentation. I am happy to answer any questions you guys have. The rep for Tractor Supply is also here and can answer any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so does the applicant have anything they want to bring up to us? No? Okay. We don't have any testimony and public testimony on this. So I'm going to close the public hearing. All right, and bring it back to us. Questions on this project?
No questions.
Okay.
Looks very complete, a lot of work involved. Looks good, though.
Mike?
Looking forward to the interior. It's going to be like Highland. Been to a few of their stores, as well as the outside. It'll be a nice thing, giving out a lot of outside space. You're giving up a lot of space, though, for that interior. I just want to remind you of one caveat. Sorry, Bill. When we initially approved your project, there's no hay sales as far as open hay. Just want to make sure that everybody still knows that, because we didn't want to offend your neighbor all seasons. We threw them that bone. Everything in a bag and everything else was good, but just want to make sure we know no loose hay is coming to that new redesign outside. Yep, as long as it's in a bag and pellets, I'm okay. As long as it's not loose, that's, we don't want the cat out of the bag and then come after you after that. That's so. Other than that, yes, you're, shining star in the neighborhood. So, love you.
Great. Okay, thank you. I talked to Jeff, the manager there, and asked some questions because as you can see, the screens up there, some of these things are pretty hard to see, and I did have a couple of questions about the tie-ins and things, so he settled everything that I needed to know. So that was really good of him. I appreciated his time this afternoon, so thank you. There's no more questions? Any more comments?
I do have one. Based on the discussion that's happening with the Planning Commission, I think it would be prudent to add a condition of approval restricting hay sales in the new outdoor area, should the commission agree.
To make sure we re-add that?
Yes, so if the commission agrees, we can revise the resolution to include a condition of approval restricting hay sales in the new outdoor area.
Okay.
And Mr. Chair, I would recommend reopening the public hearing so that we can get consent from the representative to the condition.
I'll reopen that. Okay. Now, close the public hearing?
Sir, what was your name for the record? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Get the spelling after.
I'm sorry, I should have had you come up there. That was my bad. Yeah. Okay, so no hay sales. We just add that at the end of this, end of the recommendations?
We will probably add it under the general conditions at the beginning, but they'll need to revise it after the meeting to state that there will be no hay sales in the new
Gotcha.
area.
Okay. So then with that, can I get a motion?
I will make a motion that we adopt the resolution 2026-04, Plan Review DPR 24-4, with the added of no loose hay sales or hay sales in the new build-out.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. You're good. Now, commissioner reports and comments. John?
I just want to thank Celine, doing a very good job. Appreciate it. And good to see Kelly always there. That's it.
Thank you, staff, as always, for the great report. That's all I got.
Great. Willis?
Thanks to the staff as always, always providing really good information, so.
Thank you very much. Yep, we very well have the best staff that any city could have. So, and with that, we'll go to Community Development Director's reports and comments. Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Chair. I do have a couple of updates I'd like to share with the commission and the public. You mentioned our podcast, so I want to plug the city manager's podcast. There's some really good updates. He does those bi-weekly. I encourage everybody to check that out on YouTube. A number of items of interest are covered on the podcast. So I was a guest on the podcast on the last episode 71, and I'm bringing it up because we presented a ArcGIS story map to the public, and I want to make sure that the commission knows about this cool tool. It is a development update map, so if you go to the city website, on the initial page and on the planning department page, we have a link to our story map. And it provides regular development updates. So what you'll find is an interactive map tool that has dropped pins for each of the development projects in our city. You can navigate through those, click on them. There are images, elevations, site plans, project status provided. It's available to the public, to the commission, to the council, and it's meant to provide as a rolling latest and greatest development update. So at any point in time, if you think to yourself, where's the Mesa Verde project at in the process? Where's Summerwind? Where's, any number of development projects that you've approved or considered over the years? You can take a look at the story map, and there's going to be information on the status of grading, construction, and entitlement. So please check it out. We'll be updating it very often. After this meeting this evening, I'll update the pin that's dropped on Tractor Supply, so it's meant to be, as up to date as possible. So I hope it's a good resource for the commission, and as always, if anybody has questions, you can reach out to me at any time, and I'd be happy to go over that information with you. Also, we are having our budget workshop on April 27th at 5 p.m. here in this room, so if you're interested in the sausage making of city government and budgets, please come. It's a public workshop. And finally, the pickleball courts over at Mountain View Park are now officially open. Due to the rain, we weren't able to have the soft opening kind of event that was planned over the weekend, but they are open. And please keep an eye on the city website and social media pages for a grand opening, which will occur once the entire park expansion area is open. That's my report. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Yeah, we're very happy to see that we got that, because I've been using Yucaipas forever, following their stuff, what's going on over there on our borders and stuff, and so it's pretty nice that we got one now. Thank you. With that, if there's nothing else, we'll adjourn the meeting to our next meeting, May 11th, 2026 here at 6 PM in this building. Thank you very much for all coming.